Hello.
Hi, this is Mac right here.
Mhm.
I'm Teddy, and this is our YouTube channel. Mac.
Yeah, we
Fishing
forgot
with Mac and Teddy.
to cover everything on the last video, so this is like a part 2. Remember, on the last video, if we get 100 likes, we'll go fishing with this pricey setup that costs about $1,200.
So with this rod and reel and lure,
this lure costs $1,200. Could we catch a fish on that?
yeah, you heard
We don't
it.
know.
Pretty expensive lure. But
So
this rod is a Bay Blue 66 with a Rapala jerkbait. I don't know what size this is. I didn't ask. But with this braid, this is 20-pound braid. And with this, the line inside, the purple right there,
I mean,
that's
it could
40.
cost a little more, so
That's 40.
with like all the line counted up. But we also have another cool gadget to show you, and we'll be going over that stuff in this video. So we have this massive lure.
Also
that is
known
used
as a
for
mojo.
trolling. Yeah. I caught a 25-pound striped bass on a mojo. That wasn't exactly like this. It's a little bit smaller, but these things work. Trust me. You should go get them. They're just a little pricey.
By the way, I would prefer, if you're looking for something in the mid-range, $900 to $1,000, I would prefer this Van Staal X2 series bailless.
Well, that's for people who are going full into fishing. If you really want to be a good fisherman, cast out far, then get an ugly stick. But if you want to cast out really far, get one of these things. These are sick.
So the size of this Bay Blue, so the tip broke right over here.
Oh yeah, right here.
And so I had to go get it repaired. But this was, I should say, a medium action Bay Blue rod.
So technically switched to
it's basically switched to a heavy action. Because as you can see, it doesn't bend as much as it used to be. I put a lot of pressure on that bend, so I'm just saying you can tell that.
So we have
this reel right here, the Van Staal. I don't know if I said it or not, but the handle is titanium
on this
and the inside's titanium and all aluminum on the full body. Plus, this does not rust. I wouldn't test it out. I don't test it out.
Don't test it.
I clean it every time I use it. I would prefer you do that. Now
we have
covered that,
this weird thing. It's basically like a popper, but it's mini. Now, the average size for a popper is, well, big. Like, you can find these guys, like, this long. It's crazy. But, like, this is about a medium size. Like, a medium-sized popper. It's going to catch you some fish. But you can find these poppers for, like, this big. I'd say probably about this big. But we have some more things to present, like this.
So like this. This is a Ron Z
And by the way,
tail.
we recommend buying all these things as your basic
they're
setup
trust
for
me.
saltwater fishing.
So
besides the Van Staal, just get an ugly stick.
I'm gonna open this right here.
That.
So it's white. I chose white in a color. It also comes with an extra tail. So this is not a tuna hook. It's a offshore striper hook. So it doesn't jiggle as much as it does. Yeah. But I prefer you getting this for the spring when we're going to fish.
If you're really into like surf casting or even letting that out of a boat and trolling, I would recommend this. As you could, number one,
this is
far.
Is a very good lure.
And number two, it has the most realistic action underwater of any lure I've ever seen, besides a few. So we aren't fully done with the video, but if you want us to make another part where we show off the rest of our trolling gear, our massive trolling gear, we can show you. And we might even make another video where we could show you our freshwater gear, which is pretty cool. We have waders, we have all that. So
for now on,
we might just make one while we're bored.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I got this little green mojo from the tackle shop. It looks like...
By the way, the tackle shop's called Lure Tackle in Rye, New York, and it has like some of the best customer service. It has a full 5 stars. It's the best tackle shop I've ever went to. Yeah,
me too. So this is the chartreuse color mojo. It looks big. If you're fishing for pike, I say this would work. If for big pike, like Norway, everywhere like that. But anyways, for striper,
possibly.
this is a good size and a good color for the spring. For the fall, I would say use white. Potentially, there's yellow color I've seen. I would use those.
And we have another lure to show you. It's this sort of weird thing. But oh my gosh, this thing works. It has the little shiny thing right here. But then it has a body, as you can see, that shakes like this so that it's extra realistic. Because for some lures like the popper, these poppers are made for bluefish. They'll attack literally anything you send out there. You can literally throw a potato out there and they'll attack it. But this right here is for the fish that won't go after a potato. These things are for like big bass.
They can be used for
trout.
pike.
Oh yeah, pike, definitely. If you're going pike fishing, you should definitely use this. I don't have a single doubt in my mind.
From the tackle store, I got this lure. You can see it's green.
And it
big
seems
hook.
pretty basic, but it's actually great.
And a little white. Plus, this is customized. It says tackle pusher on it. I got this from the same tackle store. He said, this is a bunker spoon, but it's for braid instead. If you don't use, you don't have braid, you use, a real bunker spoon, like one of those big metal ones. With braid, it won't sink. You see? With wire, it will. You want the bunker spoon to sink in order for it to work. Then that's how you catch fish.
And I also have another really cool sort of historic lure right here. It's the, what are these called again, Teddy?
These are called bucktails.
Yeah, bucktail.
jigs.
So, you could pretty much put anything on it. You could put like a rubber tail like this on it for the big ones. They have like little hairs, fake hairs on it that the fish absolutely love. They have sparkles. You can pretty much find them at any tackle store. They're like the basic need for fishing. In fact, they were actually so good that the Navy put them in like their health and safety boxes so that along with line, you could also use this to fish. That's pretty cool.
So right here, I have the Algags. I would think of it as a rattle trap, but it doesn't really do a rattle trap movement. You see, it has a spinner on the back instead of a hook, so it flashes in the water. While it goes in the water, it goes on its side. It moves side like an injured fish, injured bunker. I recommend you getting this, use it on a trolling rod. You could even cast this, and you'll still get fish.
Okay, now for the next lure, we have this sort of weird thing. So it's a normal looking lure, right, from here. But then it actually has this massive lip that makes it so that when the water hits it, it goes down, but then it gets sort of forced back up, then forced back down, forced back up, and it goes like that. It's really cool. This one has a very large one, and usually they have smaller ones, but I love it. It's a great lure, and it works very well.
So with that large beak he was representing, it will dive farther down since it's bigger than usual. It's more round. It'll dive farther down. So this, I have never seen. This is called a squid jig. You see, the hooks right here have no barbs, and they're 16 spikes on them. Plus, it looks like a shrimp. So you go in deep water. Night you will go in the shallow. You throw this out. It'll be pretty easy to catch a squid on it. But
you could actually catch other fish too.
Yeah, that's rarely though.
Yeah, rarely.
If you want to catch squid, I would recommend this, even for big squid.
And I have another lure. This one might seem a little nasty compared to what it's supposed to be in real life. It's supposed to be an eel, but it has this little glowing thing that's actually made inside of it, and it has a really long tail. But it's made for bluefish that have the sharpest teeth of any animal. Well, yeah, pretty much any animal that you can find around here, besides coyotes and stuff. But they still go for a rubber tail, which I don't really see, but it's a great lure. I don't really recommend it, but it's a pretty great lure, You'll catch things. It's just that the tail could break.
So right now, I got a parachute jig. Parachute jigs are these jigs that looks like the Mojo right here. right here, the mojo, it looks the hair part, the head. Tell me that this does not look different. Doesn't that not? It looks like the same.
Mm-hmm.
So I use these parachute jigs for acting like mojo if I need the mojo heads in order to put my shad on.
Actually,
right here.
genuinely didn't know that.
So
That's cool.
I attached right here a flasher. These flashers help fish see more dirty water, attack it more often, and I would recommend you getting one of these. These are really helpful in your fishing.
Okay, and now for this. It's a very odd plastic lure, but the thing about these is that they're kind of inconvenient, but these are a go-to. You really kind of need, like, the rubber lures. Like, didn't I call them plastic earlier? I apologize. But you really need rubber lures for fishing because these guys, they help me catch my first bass. They help me catch my first everything. They're just too good. And this one's made in the shape of a squid, which is sort of exotic, but really cool. And for the end, we have a really cool lure that I want to show you guys. But this can be put on a massive hook. This is it compared to my hands. So it's a pretty cool lure. I would recommend it just because it's so fun.
Now, for this lure, this is a giant. It's 9 inches. It's not what it looks like. I would recommend it. It's a top water. It has a big rattle.
You don't even know how much fish you caught from it.
This color is called bone, and the hook. I actually kind of need to change it out.
Which you do need to do.
It's a size. I forget what size hook this is.
Especially the valuable ones.
But this is a very good lure for the spring if you're going to use top water off the boat. Like big striper around the 25 to 30 to any size, 25 to any size inch would bite this.
Once a bluefish actually bit that lure, sent it flying like 20 feet away. It was crazy. Now, like last but not least, to end off the video, we have this load lure that I showed you earlier, but I'm just going to go deep into it. So this is actually, like, it glows in the dark, so I found that amazing, and if you're doing it in the day or you have some light nearby, it has this perfect reflection with this cool line right here, and this, sort of like a popper, shoves water out of the way, creates a massive splash that the bluefish go crazy for. And so it has like this gold color. They're very limited edition, very rare, but you could still easily get them. And I mean, if you look on eBay or Amazon or something, I bet you would find them.
These are really expensive.
They're $100.
These lures, they're $100. I just got it for the design of it.
We do not recommend. He was just bored.
Yeah. Plus, this lure, if you want to use it, I would use something that's not $100. This works for tuna and anything, except like bottom fish, you know. Plus, it doesn't come with hooks. You're gonna need hooks to put on it. So the glow in the dark part is the white right down here.
Yeah, it's just overall a great lure, but for $100, I would not recommend. But it's a great lure if you sort of just want to show it off to your friends. And I really hope you enjoyed this video.
Remember to like and subscribe. We'll post more videos anytime, hopefully in the week or
in fact,
sooner.
If you comment really anything, we'll see it and we'll follow your recommendations. Bye.